If you've ever wondered what to do after a discovery call goes bad, you're in the right place. I'm Jamie DeBose, CEO and founder of SimplicityNow.com, and I help business owners monetize their small email lists and grow their business. Today, I'm sharing 3 ways to use rejection to improve your discovery call conversions. Over the last couple of months, I've been on several discovery calls with potential clients that kind of turned out to be a no for us working together. And while they all had valid reasons for not choosing to work with me, the initial crush of not closing a new client can be majorly disappointing. And I've been reflecting on what these no decisions mean for my business and what I can learn from the process of rejection to help me improve my conversions from these calls as well. So, rejection isn't really something we talk about a lot in the online world because we're constantly bombarded with peppy quips like, what's meant to you will find you, and if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no, and other similar sayings that, without giving much thought on using these moments of rejection to really improve our offerings and services, can feel a little flippant and a little crappy, right? So while all of these things may be true, there's always this underlying pressure to close new clients because we're all running a business, and in order to run a successful business, we need to be bringing in new clients consistently. So, how can we start to see the lessons in rejections, especially during the onset of this place that we're in economically right now that has people holding onto their credit cards and being really careful about how they're spending their business budget? So today I want to share what I'm doing to look past rejections and these periods of not seeing new clients roll in to really understand how to better align my offerings to be more supportive for clients who want to work with me, and hopefully you'll get some good nuggets too. So, the first thing is to remember that there is always a contraction before expansion. If we look at the environment around us, and I'm not just talking about your desk where you might have several water bottles and various things that need to be put away, I'm actually talking about the real natural environment. What I've noticed is there is this natural progression of expansion that always comes after a period of contraction. I mean, think about your breath. When you take a big inhalation, our diaphragm contracts, pulling air into our lungs where it's held until our bodies are naturally ready to release it through exhalation. Without the contraction, there would be no expansion. I watch my little boy try to jump off the stair and jump onto the porch, and every time he crouches down almost into a little ball and then explodes and expands his body to make a big jump. Again, contraction before expansion, right? So, similarly, we can use this concept of contraction and expansion in our business as well, just like in the world around us. There is a natural flow to the current of business. And what some of us, even myself included, may be experiencing right now is that contraction before the expansion. And the more aware of this I become, the more I'm able to actually work through those dips and valleys of fewer clients, lower revenue coming in, and remember that this contraction is a temporary milestone that will inevitably find expansion on the other side. Number 2, review discovery call data to improve your conversions. So, this one is a big one because if you've been around here before, you know I'm all about metrics and really finding the qualitative information from quantitative data, right? So, if you've ever wrapped up a discovery call feeling so confident that you're going to land that big new client only to hear back from them that they're going to pass up the opportunity to work with you, I know how that feels, and it can be very frustrating and disappointing, especially when finances might be a little tighter than usual and all you can think about are the bills, the team, the overhead, the paycheck that you need to pay yourself over the next few weeks. And it takes a certain amount of self awareness to reflect back on what may have gone wrong during that discovery call. But really, the truth is, this reflection process can produce some of the most instrumental data points that you have at your fingertips when you are willing to extract that information and dissect what the prospect is really saying when they decline your offer to work together. So, if you've noticed an uptick in hearing no from your prospects, ask yourself these questions to really gain a deeper understanding of what you can do to improve your discovery call process. Am I asking the right questions during these discovery calls? Am I overwhelming my prospects with options to work with me? Do I need to rethink the deliverables of my offer? Is my price point in alignment with my ideal prospect's budget? Am I able to produce the results fast enough for my client? Am I making a clear, direct pitch to my prospect during this discovery call? Gaining this type of qualitative insight will actually help you stop taking that rejection so personally and begin using that information to make your products and offerings better and better over time. The third thing I want you to remember is to try again. I recently heard a quote that says something like, we have to be bad at something before we can be good at it. And it really struck me because as a recovering perfectionist, my sights are always set on the end result I'm trying to achieve, which is usually somewhere along the lines of success and growth and mastery. And being bad at something or feeling that sense of rejection is often very uncomfortable for me. And it's something that I try to fix as soon as I can. But as a business owner, I'm sure you can relate to that feeling too. And many of my entrepreneur friends actually share this common trait. And I don't actually think it's by accident because business owners are likely one of the biggest groups of people who fail a lot in order to reach success. And I believe it's because we're willing to be bad at something, fail, and continue to try again and again, seeing if we can produce better outcomes, which ultimately results in that business growth and success that we're all looking for. So remember this as you are having those discovery calls and you're hearing no's, probably, a little bit more than you want to. Remember that it is a process that you have to keep trying and refining over time to ultimately see the results you're looking for. So, once you've spent some time reflecting on what your prospect is actually saying when they say no or not right now, and you've uncovered these nuggets of information to improve, your next step is to put what you've learned into action. I guarantee that your next discovery call will be different based on your recent findings, and you'll be better equipped to handle prospect objections differently, provide clearer solutions to problems that you can solve, and your persistence in continuing to try will serve you well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.